A few days ago, I got a mail from IBM, and honestly, my first reaction was no, this has to be fake, because before this I has already received so many fake job mails, but this time something felt different. And that mail eventually led me to my first real coding assessment experience. Okay, so guys, today I am going to share my first IBM coding assessment experience. How I got mail, what happened in the assessment, what type of question came, and what I learned from the whole experience. And trust me, this experience was both exciting and stressful. So I had applied normally through LinkedIn, just like most students do, and after a few days I started receiving mails from IBM Talent Acquisition regarding the hiring process. But honestly, at first I genuinely thought the mail was fake, because before this I had seen many fake job mails. Some mails had unreal salaries, some had random suspicious PDF file, and some companies even asked for money, and some email ID looks real weird. So because of all this, I became very careful about job mails. But IBM's mail actually looked genuine, because the mail came from IBM's officially domain. No payment, no money was asked. The assessment platform was HackerRank, and proper instruction and expiry date were clearly mentioned. So slowly I realized this might actually be real. Honestly, just receive a mail from IBM, I felt excited for me. I will also show the screenshot of all the mail in this video. First, I received a mail saying my application for the Frontend UI Developer role was under review. Then I got another mail called your IBM application next step. And after reading that mail, I was like, okay, wait, maybe my application is actually moving forward. In that mail, IBM explained the possible hiring rounds like coding assessment, English assessment, and recorded video assessment. They also mentioned something important. Sometimes resume alone cannot fully show a candidate skills. That's why assessments are used. The mail also mentioned the test could be timed, there could be coding challenges, and the assessment should be taken seriously. And finally, after that, I received the actual coding assessment invite. Now honestly, I mostly prepared MCQs. I practiced JavaScript MCQs, front-end theory, React basic, HTML CSS question, and I did some JavaScript coding practice too. But I genuinely did not expect a difficult logic-based coding question. Then the moment came, I opened the HackerRank test, webcam on, full screen mode, and no tab switching, 1 hour timer. Suddenly, everything started feeling real. Before the real test, there was also a sample test, and honestly, that helped a lot, because I had never used HackerRank like this before. Even though I had applied for Frontend UI Developer, the test had multiple language options like JavaScript, Java, Python, PHP, C, and more. But IBM had mentioned that choosing the preferred language for the role is actually better. Since I practiced JavaScript, I selected JavaScript Node.js. Now talking about the question, my assessment had only two coding questions. One was logic based and second one was REST API based. And honestly, the moment I show the first question, I got stuck. Because understanding the question itself felt difficult, I kept reading the question again and again, trying to understand examples, checking constraints, thinking about logic. At one point, I genuinely felt maybe I am not ready for this yet. But I still did not give up, and finally, after multiple tries, one of my code passed successfully. All test cases passed and the output matched perfectly. That moment genuinely felt so good. But unfortunately, I spent too much time on the first question, so I could not fully complete the second REST API question before time ended. And honestly, that question was very difficult from what I expected. But this experience taught me something important. Front-end development is not only HTML, CSS and React. Companies also test logic building, problem solving, APIs, coding understanding and performance under pressure. So if you are preparing for coding assessment too, please practice coding questions as well, not only MCQ. And if your first assessment feels difficult, don't get demotivated. This was my first real coding assessment experience. Maybe I clear the next round, maybe I don't, but honestly I still proud that I tried, and next time I prepare even harder. If you want more real coding journey videos like this, subscribe and stay connected.